Zerglings are going to take the hits for him, and the first cannon looks like it's going to go down. Now the Zealots are coming in now, trying to get into the Hydras. One cannon does go down, and now we're going to see Zizou's micro here. See if he's able to micro against 6 or so Zealots here. He doesn't have a... Okay, more Hydras coming in here. Doing some pretty good micro here, but he needs to keep moving his Hydras. He needs to keep moving his Hydras against these Zealots. If those Zealots get speed upgraded soon, which I think the Citadel of Adun might be researching pretty quickly. And it does look like... Racquetball's going to survive this with a lot of Zealots left over. He had produced a lot of Zealots. That second gateway must have come online in time in order to augment his forces quite effectively here. And that Corsair looks like it's actually going to get a kill here as well on one of the Overlords. And that is relatively acceptable. It is acceptable to lose about one Overlord to the Corsair build. And he needs to be careful here, Zizou does. He needs to make sure that he keeps microing as effectively as he can in order to keep picking off Zealots, because these Zealots, as long as he has 2 gateways up, so as Racquetball keeps getting 2 Zealots at a time and popping them out, Racquetball needs to be killing them at a faster rate, and at the same time needs to start working on breaking down the door, because he is absolutely falling behind tech-wise. The Corsairs are out. There are going to be multiple Corsairs, and he's going to be in trouble mobility-wise. He has no Spire, he has no Mutalisk. He will be losing map control very, very quickly if he doesn't get some do some damage here, or if he doesn't get some higher tech going very, very quickly. He's going to be very dependent upon how fast he can, how much damage he can do here. And I really think that he needs to keep the pressure on Racquetball at this point. He's just going to lose more Hydras here, and the Hydras are getting absolutely surrounded by Zealots. The Zealots are looking like Zerglings, and the Marines looking like, or the Hydras looking like Marines, and the Zerg, oh my god, the Zerg player is just going down. Zizou's not able to micro here very effectively at all. The Hydras are just going down real bad. Those Hydras just got absolutely destroyed. Racquetball has speed upgrade, and they are just absolutely destroying the Hydras, and I think Zizou's already just about lost this game. He's behind tech-wise, he's behind military-wise, and Racquetball actually... Okay, so Racquetball threw up a lot of gateways here in order to counter that, the 4-hatch Hydra build here. I thought he was just at 2 gateways, but the Observer now showing that he built 5 gateways now up, and he's going to have a huge ground force here. He's got a lot of Zealots already, and he might be able to surround these Hydras again and just do a ton of damage again. And Zizou, gotta be careful here. Gotta get some more forces out here. Gotta get some Zerglings or something to take some hits while his Hydralisk do the damage. If his Hydralisk micro is not up to the task of doing it alone, he needs to get some Zerglings out to occupy the Zealots as well. But yeah, this hatchery build by Zizou has done virtually no damage. The Temple of Archives is out now, and he's going to get some Stormers out pretty soon, I think. He might be going for DTs, but I'm going to think that this is for Storm, just because of the Hydros build, a couple good Storms here or there, and you can just about finish the game. And, yeah, Zizou needs to be careful. 2 Stormers are out, or High Templar. Wow, 5 High Templar are out already. In, I don't know, give him maybe another 10 or 15 seconds, he'll have a ton of Storms coming. And expansion going up at the 12 o'clock position for Racquetball. He set up a pylon, 5 cannons, and the expansion already up. And now Racquetball is gonna have to, I think he's just waiting for Storms at this point. As soon as he gets Storms, he's just gonna go and storm the hell out of Zizou and probably just destroy this entire attacking force. He might lose this gateway, but I don't think Racquetball's really worried about it at this point. That's honestly, that's just buying him time that he needs. And the Zealots are now going in, and the High Templar, and the Observer's not watching! The Observer's not watching the battle! This is so frustrating. I have no idea what's going on. I have absolutely no idea what's going on. The Observer is not watching the battle, unfortunately. It looks like Zizou's been forced to retreat. I don't know if any Storms were cast or anything. Yeah, I'm not sure. From what the Allied chat was going, it looks like Storm had just finished researching, but I couldn't tell whether or not anyone actually spawned here. And robotics facility for Racquetball going up at the 12 o'clock position, which is kind of in a hidden position. It's the next gas expansion for the Protoss, but at the same time, it's not the closest expansion. So I don't know if Zizou's going to be anticipating that. And I don't know what tech choices that Zizou's making. I'm kind of disappointed in the Observer here, to be honest. Not really getting to see a lot here. And Mutalisks are out. That's a lot of Mutalisks. Looks like he might have produced 9 Mutalisks there or so. But this is pretty late. But he's going to use these Mutalisks and hopefully try and pick off some High Templar here. We'll see how he does here. Picks off 1 High Templar, 2 High Templar. And they get a little bit of a Storm here. He's dodging the Archon quite well. But that Archon plus the Corsairs did quite a bit of damage to those Mutalisks. But the Mutalisks did their job. They did kill about 3, 4 High Templars or so. I think 3. And so that's so they definitely did their job in terms of the damage that they had to do. They did what they had to do. And now Zizou's coming in again for another attack. I don't think he should come in here. I don't think he has the forces necessary. There's a lot of Zealots and an Archon there. He's trying to micro with his Mutalisks while at the same time micro with his Hydros. And this is a tough microing fight to do if you're not really on top of your game and you don't have really high APM. And it does look like ZeeZuu has some really high APM. It's just the multitask required to do both types of micro at the same time is so strenuous that it really does put a huge strain on yourself. And it looks like ZeeZuu's being pushed back all the way to his base, and this is going to be really bad. He's being pushed all the way back to his base, and now ZeeZuu's going to be in big time trouble. Once the next round of High Templar come out with their storms, it could be bad news for ZeeZuu. It does look like Racquetball is actually just going to come in with this massive Zealot force and one Archon and just try and finish the game right now. And he is absolutely mowing through the Hydras. The Hydras are just going down one after another. These are +1 upgraded Zealots, by the way, and those Mutos are not having any luck against the Archons. This force of Zealots is being whittled down. It is getting pretty low numbers here, and it does look like ZeeZuu is going to repulse the attack by Racquetball. Good job by him, able to hold them off. Did cost him pretty much all of his Mutalisk and a huge chunk of his Corsair fleet. Or not Corsair, Hydralisk force. And it looks like, yeah, Racquetball is just completely dedicated to this Zealots. He's just producing massive numbers of Zealots. And he's also throwing up a 4th base now at the top left main, I believe. Yeah, that is the top left main. So he's going to be on 4 gas pretty soon. ZeeZuu throwing down an expansion at the 6 o'clock base, so he's going to get to his 3rd gas up. But he is behind in gas to the Protoss player. That is not a good position if you're Zerg. To let your Protoss opponent be out expanding you or even expanding you is definitely a problem. He's definitely economically disadvantaged here by a lot. And he's going to have to find a way to do some damage here. Maybe he's got all these Hydralisks, maybe get some Lurkers, go for a Lurker drop or 2, try and do some economic harass here. He's got to do some sort of damage though. He hasn't done very much, and at the same time he is behind tech-wise and behind in economy. So he's got to think up some way to get back into this. And Racquetball coming in again with good storm there. Good storm by Racquetball, and he's putting the pressure on ZeeZuu even more. It looks like there's just as many Zealots as there are Hydralisks, and it's just going to be painful for ZeeZuu again. ZeeZuu's going to be in big trouble here. And big push back to the ramp of his natural, especially if he loses the upper side of that ramp, he's going to be in big trouble. Lurkers are out. I don't see any observers yet. The observatory was built, but I'm guessing the observers just have not yet come out yet. Yeah, there is a robotics facility, but no, there's the observer, and our observer is here. But at the same time, he's still got storm, so even without that observer, he's able to get rid of a couple of lurkers there pretty easily, and 2 more lurkers are going to go down, while the other group of Zealots heads into the natural and just destroys everything. There's nothing left for ZeeZuu. It doesn't look like ZeeZuu has any forces left, and this is going to be game already. Yeah, it is absolutely GG. There's the GG from ZeeZuu. So good first game by Racquetball, taking big time advantage of his scouting and seeing that ZeeZuu was going for that 4-hatch Hydra break, and Racquetball countered by throwing down 4 gateways and just pumping out massive numbers of Zealots, and was able to repulse that first attack, and from then on he was in the lead and carried that to victory. So good job by Racquetball. He's got a 1-0 lead. This is a best of 3 series. So I will see you in the second game.